I was in the abortion industry in Dallas from 1977 to 1983. I was involved in 35,000 abortions, and I managed 4 clinics. Was one-third in 2 of those clinics.
At Planned Parenthood, they were telling me that it's just a blob of tissue. I mean, they couldn't even tell me how far along I was, but that's what they were telling me in relation to getting the abortion.
I went to Planned Parenthood, and there, the fears are not addressed. There's no information, no truth on fetal child development.
So I asked the clerk with the little white jacket behind the desk about fetal development. She goes, oh, it's just a little tiny dot of cells. It's not even formed yet. It's about the size of an ink pen, a dot of an ink pen.
And every woman asks the same 2 questions. The first one is it a baby? We lied to her. We said it's not a baby. It's a glob of tissue. It's a product of conception. It's just a group of cells. Yet we were the ones that had to go back to the central supply and put every baby back together to be certain all the body parts were there. The earliest abortion you can do, at 4 or 6 weeks, you have to check to be sure the little nubby arms, hands, head, legs are there. It's a baby whose heart is beating at 21 days. The other question she asked is, does it hurt? Abortion is excruciatingly painful. It's an unnatural interruption of one of God's natural processes, so it hurts. But we used our hands, and we opened and closed our hands like this, and we said, your uterus is a muscle. It's a cramp to open it, a cramp to close it. And we kept doing this until we looked over and the girl was doing this. And when we saw her doing that, we knew that didn't hurt. And she was saying, okay, this abortion doesn't hurt. It hurts. It hurts.
I kind of went into a downward spiral, even deeper into the practicing drugs, and started drinking more alcohol and promiscuous relationships, I guess trying to fill that void. And I started being more distant and rebellious to my parents.
I said, it's fine. It's done. It's over. But all the while inside, not consciously, but depression became a problem. Anger and rage became a problem. And there were just problems with relationships over years and years.
Let me say one other thing. By the time you know you're pregnant, your body has already sent you a message, but more importantly, that baby has sent you a message that it's there. It can be a different sex, a different blood type. It's not you, and it's not an extension of your body. It's a different human being. And in this country, we are guaranteed life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, and that baby has rights just as you do. But truthfully, I've had an abortion. It was the most destructive thing that's ever happened to me. And it's still, even today. One of my wonderful, precious little grandchildren just found out their grandmother killed a baby by abortion, and she was devastated. The choice of abortion goes on and on and on. I will live forever, ever, ever wondering about my baby and how different my life would have been if she were here. And it's the one choice that has destroyed my life. Now, I've come back because I've come to Jesus Christ, and He's made a great change in my life. But abortion destroys a mother just as it does a baby.
I accepted that I was forgiven, but it was still a horrible thing. And the Lord, He shared the verse, Romans 8:28, all things work together for good for those who love God and are called according to His purpose. And I sat there and went, all things but this, Lord. And in my heart He said, no, all things. And I said, no, I don't see how that's possible. But He showed me how that was possible.
Your healing is not only needed by yourself, but needed by your family, friends, and our country.
I just want to let you know that if you're feeling coerced, if you're feeling pressured, if you're feeling forced to have an abortion and you don't want to have that abortion, there's help for you. There's helplines, there are local crisis pregnancy centers, there's churches, there's doctors, and they'll help you work through this. They'll help you reconcile with your family and give you all the support that you need to continue this pregnancy. And just be strong. Be strong for you, be strong for your baby. Because I was weak, and in my weakness I did something I regretted. And you don't want to carry this regret for the rest of your life.